Well, here we are again for our fourth story about Jesus. This story is about Jesus and the paralyzed man. Wait until you hear how the paralyzed man's friends get him into the house where Jesus is. News that Jesus was teaching people about God and making those who were ill well again spread very quickly. Wherever he went with his 12 disciples, crowds of people came from all over the country and from the city of Jerusalem to listen to him and to be healed of all kinds of diseases. One day, Jesus was sitting in a house that was so packed with people, there was no room for anyone to move in or out. 4 friends of a very ill man carried him on a stretcher to the house. The man was paralyzed and couldn't move at all. When the 4 friends saw they couldn't get into the house by the door, they lifted the stretcher up to the flat roof. Then they made a hole in the roof and lowered the stretcher and the sick man down into the room where Jesus was sitting. Jesus looked at the 4 friends and saw the faith they had in him. Then he said to the sick man, "My son," he said, "your sins are forgiven." The Jewish leaders who heard Jesus say this whispered angrily to each other. Jesus had no right to forgive sins, they said. Only God can do that. Jesus knew what they were saying. Is it easier, he asked them, to forgive a man for bad things he has done or to make him walk again? To show you that I have the power to forgive sins, Jesus stopped and turned to the man on the stretcher. "Get up, pick up your stretcher, and go home," he said. Without saying a word, the man at once stood up and, taking the stretcher with him, walked out of the house. He went home, saying a prayer of thanks to God. The people in the house were very excited and a little frightened. They talked to each other and praised God. They had never seen anything like this before. Isn't that amazing that his friends picked him up on the stretcher and lowered him down through the roof into the house? Okay, we'll see you again for another Bible story. Bye.